Welcome back everybody to my channel, and welcome back to Factorio as well. We are looking at a Megabase vanilla build. This series is going to be all about that, and it's going to be about my style and my take on a Megabase. It's going to be a little bit different to what we've seen on other channels, so hopefully you enjoy it. If you have any comments whatsoever, leave them in the comment section below and I will get back to you, and hopefully we can include some of the things that you can think of as well along the way, which will be great. I'm open to any kind of suggestions or ideas during this build, so make sure you do leave them below. So yes, we are looking at a complete new build. It's been a complete fresh start. I've kind of caught up a little bit on doing some of the things that I'm ready for doing for the Megabase. I'm kind of setting myself up ready to go. You can see in some of these clips kind of pumping through now, and this just basically is just the setup phase where a lot of the basics have been done already and we've moved on a little bit. We'll go into a bit more detail once we've kind of got a little bit of an edgeways on this, because I don't really want to bore everybody with the details of the starts. I'm going to be skipping a lot of the kind of nitty-gritty things and not going into too much detail. Now, if there are things that you'd like to know a little bit more about, and you know the things that I haven't touched base on during this build, then please let me know, and I will either personally comment or I will add it into the next video or one of the videos in the series, and I'll go into a bit more detail. Remember, I do have a Factorio beginner's guide build, which I will leave the link in as well. So if there are anything where you're thinking, oh, how the hell did that work or whatever, then check that out as well. There will be a new one of them coming out soon once the patch is released. There is a patch due at any time soon. So once that's released, we will take a look and see, make sure we can bring this series into that version, and hopefully we can just move it all across and we can continue it. There is a lot of GUI changes that are coming to that, for as far as I've read, so hopefully it won't have too much impact on its current gameplay state. I mean, I do know there's a lot to do with the fluid side of things, but as you can see on this, we haven't really made the fluid side yet, and I'm kind of holding off a little bit on that as well. The main points that I'm going to be trying to concentrate on at the beginning is kind of setting up the main bus, kind of set up the smelting operation ready to go for both the steel, the iron, the copper, and for brick as well, and hopefully have them on the main bus along with the green circuits as well, just so we've got a good setup to go. And obviously we've got like belts being produced, we've got inserters being produced, all them kind of things, and we'll start looking at introducing circuit networks and stuff like that. Now, a lot of this you may be thinking, whoa, I've never heard of any of this before. Now, my beginner's guide did touch on some of the things, but not all of it, because obviously it stopped at a certain length. I kind of stopped and waited for this update to come, which was supposed to land in January, which unfortunately didn't, so we've had a bit of a delay. So hold your horses on that, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you a lot more information when that patch does come up, and I can bring you some more of the things that we've learned off the camera that we haven't touched on just yet. So for those of you who are new to Factorio, who haven't actually been involved in any of the series or anything like that that I have already previously done, basically it's you're on an alien world where you have got to basically survive and defeat the fighters that come and attack you, whilst trying to build everything automated, which you can then build a rocket that will launch you to the sky, and you can then escape. You've kind of crash landed on the planet. So that's the kind of background to the story, if you haven't already checked out any of the other series that have been done multiple times on this game. So we are not necessarily looking to escape in this series. We're looking to build a massive base, and we want it where it's completely defended, where it's not got any weak points. It's all automated. Everything will be done either by robots, by trains, or by, you know, these kind of circuits that we've got here. And there's plenty of ways we could do that. We've got circuit networks that we can do. We've got the train system that we want to play on. I want to concentrate on the train system to bring in a lot of supplies. So obviously at the moment we're using things that are nearby us. Now, I've set the map up so that it's got basically loads of massive resource areas, but they're spread out miles apart, so that we're going to have to use trains to bring in resources. Otherwise we're going to start losing supplies and we're going to struggle. So that's the aim of the game. That's what we're going for. So hopefully we will get there and we won't have too much of a problem. Now I've set the starting area large, so we shouldn't have a problem with biters hopefully for a while. But let's get into the development of the series and let's see where we're at. So as earlier mentioned, this is going to be kind of the rail build, so it's spread out massively, but we're going to change a few things around. So we're going to have things a lot bigger, a lot more resources, just so they last a bit longer, but still we're going to keep that distance apart. So just a quick glance here as to what we have set up, and kind of if you want to copy it and stuff like that, then obviously you can either pause the video or you can comment below and I'll give you the full details, or a screen snap of it by no problems. Obviously we also don't want to be attacked too early, so we've got the biters but they're not aggressive too much. They're further apart because obviously the starting area is set to huge, and we've taken off the cliffs just so that we can have a bit more open space. To be fair, the cliffs isn't much of an issue, it just makes it a little bit harder at the start because you're trying to move around things, and then you can just go ahead and use explosives to blow them up later in the game anyway, and it's not too far into the game to be fair for that, so we're not really making too much of a pain with taking it on or off really, but just to make it a little bit easier we've took it off. So we generated a few little ideas, but let's now get into where we're at with the development and see how this series is going to pan out. So as you can see, we've kind of got a bit of a bus set up now, good supply for our smelting operation. I'm loving the layout. I kind of stumbled across this layout by mistake, and I thought to myself, I'm going to stick with it and I'm going to kind of build on it and hopefully it'll work, and so far it has worked. So we're just going to expand the copper ready to go, so we know where we're going to put it and stuff like that. That's what we're doing here. And yeah, I struggled on previous episodes because the supply that I was getting in was kind of struggling to keep up. I was bringing in one line into the smelting operation and it couldn't hold it. It had run out after about the third one, and I was trying to get more and more and more, and it just didn't work. I've done this kind of 4-line thing here, and so far so good. I mean, there's still a lot I can expand on this here, so it's still not up to full capacity, but it seems to be holding out well so far. So that's the smelting side of things, and that's my kind of supply. I'm going to go into little bits here and there on this first episode, just so we can catch up on what we have done and where we're going. So I think now we've got ourselves a good smelting operation set up. As you can see, I think it's time to expand on our green science. I've set it so you can literally expand this as big as we need. So I'm gonna put another kind of 2 doubles, so it's double-sided of each side, and we're gonna leave it there for that. We're using the blue factories now on everything, which is good. We still don't have a good supply of that yet, but we'll pick up on that at a short time. The good thing about the way I've laid this out here is that it seems to not be too demanding on our iron supplies, because it backs up quite quickly, which is good. It's producing the green science quite quickly as well, and I'm happy with that. I'm happy with how it's coming out. So let's just get it up and done. As you can see, our science is flying now. Our research, sorry, it's flying. It doesn't take long at all to get through them, but I'm a bit dubious as to trying to do too much, because obviously if I constantly keep it going, one, we're going to run out of things to do and we're going to need to upgrade again, and two, when we do meet the biters, they're obviously going to be a hell of a lot stronger. So yeah, I am going through it and getting the things that I need, but we've got to be careful because we don't want to be going too fast. So let's just get this finished off here. There we go. Good supply of green circuits whenever we need them. So let's get the power supply in now. Now the problem is I've got the old power supply in on the blueprint, and we haven't unlocked that yet because we still need the steel. So I think we're going to need to do steel quite soon, actually, to be fair. But we'll ignore it and we'll just remove the ghost images for now. It's just going to be a pain when we come back to doing it with the proper stuff, but we'll worry about that when we come to it. Oh, I'm not done. Yeah, let's get the power in, and then I need to get the outsides done as well. I like to make things symmetrical if I can. So if I do one on one side, I like to copy it on the other. So I'm just kind of working out where to put them here now. There we go. And that's our power supply in for that side. And we just need to do the other side now. There we go. And we'll remove the ghost image as well. That'll do us, I think. So now we just need to finish off the outer bits and the last inserters so that we can fill them up. There we go. Oh, the power supply is not right. I'll sort that in a minute. Ah, wrong side. There we go. Power supply is sorted. Just going to do the other side now. Everything just melds into one image as you're trying to do it, so it's kind of you forget what you've done. Some more inserters about and some lights. There we go. We get the long arm inserters so we can pop it all into the internal belt. Like I said, this might not be the most efficient build, but I like it. I like the look of it. It's quite compact. It's not too demanding on the resources as well, which is good. It's really not. I thought it'd be more demanding on the copper, and it's not, which is surprising. Obviously, if we want to go further, we'll have to start clearing trees, but we'll worry about that later. Let's get some more belts because we've run out. Here's some we supplied earlier. That's why I can kind of tend to set up something right at the beginning where I'm just building belts, because you're going to go through them like nobody's business. So it's good having a good supply of them. You can never have too many belts. Right, and later down the line, when you come to upgrade them, you can use robots to upgrade all your belts anyway. So, and then they can just produce from the old belts into the new belts, which we'll go into with circuits at some stage. But no requirement for that at the moment. Okay, so on the subject of belts, let's get ourselves a belt array going. So let's expand the bus down a bit, and let's have a look. What do we need? So we're going to need gears. I think gears is just, I can't find gears. There we go. Gears is just this, yeah, it's just the iron. So I like to make sure we've got plenty of gears for our array system, because it plows through them, because we want it to basically, we want it ready for the belts we've got now, and the red belts and the blue belts, because they all use the same stuff, and I like to keep it nice and spaced out as well. So we'll have it about, yeah, I think that'll be about right. I'll get them all set up. We need a few more factories, but we can get it set up anyway, so we can have a look at how it goes. And now obviously for the, yeah, that's right, yeah, for the gears we need a lot of iron, and for the first level of belts, inserters, for belts and the splitters and the undergrounds, we're going to need a lot of iron. So we'll make sure there's a good supply of iron in. So we'll use 1 and 3 for the top one, and 2 and 4 for the bottom one, I think. Is this going to work? That's going to be too close, I think. Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be too close, but we'll move it. We're going to have to put the belt further up, so we'll move them splitters. Just need to move them one up. There we go. That should give us a good supply of iron on all sides. And we need them down to the middle as well. They're going to need a lot. There we go. So that should provide iron to all of them. It should give a good supply of iron, I think. And that's where we want to put them on the belt. Now, yeah, they do craft them quite quickly, but they're also used quite quickly as well, so we shouldn't have a problem getting them in. So we need some more belts, though. We'll go up to our little chest of belts. See what I mean? We're going through these belts like nobody's business, because this is a lot of belts in this area. I'll try and not walk into the factories. So let's just top up them so we know where we're at. There we go. So let's jump on ahead now and see what the finished product looks like, shall we? Okay, so we've linked it up into our main bus now, and this is it in operation. As you can see, nice and compact. It's all powered up. We just need to make some adjustments onto our bus just to make it right. But that should be quite efficient with the use of the iron, and it shouldn't take too much demand off the bus either when it comes to later down the line. Fingers crossed anyway. So that's the supply, and we just now need to make some minor adjustments there into now building our belts. So there it is, all working nicely. Okay, so now let's get on to building the belts now. So this is going to be our yellow belts for the first one. So what do we need for... Right, so we need the green circuits for the splitters. That's fine, we can run them down the bottom. Then we're going to need the belts in the middle, and then we're going to need the undergrounds on the outside. The reason why you put the belts in the middle is because both of these outer ones are going to need them. So let's get them linked up. I think we're going to need iron for the first lot. How are we going to run it into there? Okay, we'll run that down there like that. We don't need all that there. They're going to need it. That'll bring, so we can have it, so we can put the belts into either side, which is good, because obviously they're both going to need it. There we go, that links them in. Let's just check where we can get our power supply in. That should be good there. That covers enough of it there. That'll do. We'll just make it a little bit nicer in the middle there. There we go, nice and easily set up. So now we need to bring in the gears into the factory so that we can obviously provide them for them, and then we need to look at putting in the iron into them. So let's move on ahead again into our full setup and see how we're doing. Okay, so we are set up and we're just making the final adjustments here to bring in the green circuits, and that is us pretty much set up on both yellow and red circuits. Circuits, yellow and red belts, and obviously splitters, etc. We'll limit them again so that we don't make too much, but that is us. That's set up, and this is where I'm going to leave the episode. We've done a lot on it already, and obviously we've got the introduction into the series as well. Next episode we're going to look at getting the steel in and getting the stone in and expanding even more. So thank you very much everybody for checking out this series. Make sure you let me know what you think in the comments section. If you want to see something happening, or if you want to see something specific, let me know. Maybe if you do like the video, hit that thumbs up button, and remember to subscribe if you are enjoying my content. Until next time everybody, take care for now. Bye bye.